Welcome to section 5. Now here we're going to be discussing estimate activity durations. Now in this section we'll dive into the estimate activity durations process. Accurately estimating the time needed for each activity is crucial for developing a realistic project schedule. Now pay attention because this is very important. For you to be able to have a realistic project schedule, you need to be able to accurately estimate the time needed for each activity. Alright, it's just like the sequencing of the activities that we looked at in the previous section. Now you've sequenced the activities, you've organized them in order of priorities. Okay, beautiful. But now, how long does it take to complete each activity? This is very vital in your project execution. Okay, and that's what we're going to be looking at in this section. Now by the end of this section, you should be able to understand the importance of estimating activity durations, identify the inputs, tools and techniques, and also the outputs of the estimate activity durations process. You'll also be able to learn different methods for estimating activity durations. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump in. So what is the purpose of the estimate activity durations process? The estimate activity duration process involves assessing the amount of work effort required for each activity to be completed. So you have to assess what it takes to complete each of these activities that you have sequenced. Okay, and that's what this section will help us do. Firstly, what are the inputs in the estimate activity durations process? Number one, a project management plan. As always, it contains schedule management details. The project document. This is a list of activities and activity attributes, as well as resource calendars. We also have the enterprise environmental factors, which are external influences on activity duration estimation. We also have here the organizational process assets, which include historical information and lessons learned. Now, this is especially from past projects. And let's look at the tools and techniques that we use in the estimate activity durations process. Firstly is the expert judgment. Expert judgment simply means seeking inputs from knowledgeable individuals, subject matter experts, other professionals in that particular area, all right, to get to know their inputs, okay, in order to get the best information that will help us make informed decisions about the activities. Analogous estimating. This includes using historical data or similar past projects for estimation. We also have parametric estimating, okay, and this includes applying statistical relationships to estimate durations. 3-point estimating. This includes incorporating optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely estimates for a more accurate assessment. Now, like I always say, these parameters or these tools and techniques, each of them are explained in detail in the project management body of knowledge. Okay, so that's why it is important, even apart from watching these videos, all right, we also need to visit the project management body of knowledge to look at these things. Okay, So what are the outputs in this process? Now, the major output from this estimate activity durations process is the activity duration estimate. This includes the time frames for completing each activity. So at the end of this process, you will know exactly the duration of each activity in each phase of the project. This is very, very vital. Now, when you know the time that it takes to complete each activity, it will help you understand the time it takes to complete each phase. All right, and then ultimately how long it will take to complete the project in total. Also, we have the basis of estimates, documentation explaining the basis for the duration estimates. So it's not like when you have estimated the duration for each activity, you just go, okay, fine, that's it. Or you're going to have to explain the basis for the duration estimate. What informed the duration estimate? Why is this activity supposed to take this long and this activity takes this long? So you have to justify the duration that you have estimated for each activity. So this is what provides that explanation. This particular document, basis of estimate, provides that explanation. So it's an output in this particular process. Now also you have the project document updates. For every phase or every knowledge area, you have one document or the other. Okay, for every activity you have one document that you're working with or the other. So at the end of each activity or each phase or even the project, there must have been new information that has come up, changes that have been made, lessons that have been learned. All right, and these need to be documented. Okay, so that's why you have this one: updates to activity attributes and resource calendars. Alright, so what are the key takeaways from the estimate activity duration? Firstly, estimate activity durations is a critical process within project management that involves predicting the amount of time required to complete each specific project activity. It utilizes historical data, expert judgment, and various estimating techniques to provide realistic and accurate duration estimates. These estimates are crucial for developing a comprehensive project schedule, resource planning, and cost estimation. The process aims to reduce uncertainty in project timelines, helping project managers and teams make informed decisions and optimize resource allocation, ultimately contributing to a successful project execution. Okay, so there you have it. Now that brings us to the end of this section. I'll see you in the next section. Cheers.